Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices for the 25th of January, 9 o'clock Sydney, Australia time, and starting with the DAX on the daily chart here. So we can count 5 waves down through here and completing this particular structure here. So we're looking at the 5 waves up here as wave 1, and we're looking at an A and a B and a C back here for wave 2. There is a bit of an opening for this to be wave 4, which would come in from this particular top here into here, which would have this as the 38.2% retracement level here. So there can be failure from here, but we won't know that until we see this this move back down here in play in a stronger way, either in 5 waves rather than 3 waves here for this correction. So I've always left wave 4 here, and this would be the same for the FTSE, the CAC and the MIB as well. So we do need to move past that point. I mean, the US is also displaying that impulse wave to the upside more clearly than these markets. So I'm kind of okay with the way that I've got it at the moment, but it's always important to point these things out. So as you know, we've been looking for the 5 waves up as wave 1, and we've been looking back for an A and a B and a C wave here for wave 2, which can pull back into this space here. It really is a dance across the 11,000 here, and the classic trading levels pattern, as you know, has the arrival and the reaction here. The arrival, the reaction is a corrective pattern, and then the first high above the level, and then we look for an A and a B and a C wave here. So our entry point would come in on top of the B wave here, or we can move through here. Or if we count 5 waves in here, then we could buy at these lows here if we were getting a lead from the US at that time. Otherwise, we could buy back on the 11,000 area in there as well for that. So yeah, just on the hourly chart here, we were looking for the A wave and a B wave up in 3 waves, so we don't need these anymore, and they're a bit off skew, but still got the right type of structure that we were looking for there. So we can move this across here. One of the points here is that I might just readjust this if that's alrighty. We don't have a very nice structure up through here. From this low here to this current high here, this is the 50-60% retracement level there. So that would come in roughly around 11,500, just above that. So 11,050 rather. So I'll put that in there. So a safe trade would be at that point here. You could also look to short it in this space here to as the resistance there. So yeah, that's all possible. So we'd look at this here as the A wave to the upside, the B wave here, and then 5 waves up through to here. I don't know if the tick chart can give us any much clearer clarity on all of that. Let me just bring in a bit of data here. So this is, yeah, okay, right. I'll still need to bring in more data here. So quite a few ticks in this area here. So looking at wave 5 up here, the A wave down to this point, and then the B wave here. So for the B wave, we've got the A, the B, and the C wave here. A little bit dodgy, but wave 1 and 2 here. Wave 3, wave 4 comes back and overlaps this here. So, you know, we need to sort of flag that a bit. And then we're looking for 5 waves up here. So we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for here, and 2 here. Nice strong 3rd wave here. Corrective wave 4 here. And looking at this as the last little 5 waves up here. I don't have 5 waves down here just yet for this. So we've got wave 1 and 2 here. Nice strong 3rd wave. Be a 4th wave here. So we'd still need to see, if you see another low here, then that would be helpful, because if we had another low here, that would give us those 5 waves, because currently it's bullish here and would go long above these highs here, you know. So we need to see that move down here to give us 5 waves down, and then we'll get 3 waves back up. So you could short it under here. So if we went back to the hourly chart with that information here and just viewed that for a moment. So what we're looking for here is 5 waves down from the top. So we still need to see another move down here. Once you've got that, then we'll see an A and a B and a C here. So then you can go short under here. I'll just put this in green, but I'll just have it in a very in a thin green, meaning that you would only put a small position on that because you're above the 100 area here. But it'd be nice to, and you're against the trend as well. So yeah, but if you wanted to get in, then that would be taking the next logical step at that particular point. There will be support down through here, so shorting under the 11,500 would be helpful, but there'll also be lots of support here at the 11,000 there, of course, as well. So yeah, but still, the other point to this too, in terms of distance, we can take this. Normally the corrections have some sort of equality, so copying that to here would get us down to the 900 area in this instance here. So I'll put that in darker colours because the 800 is part of a minor level. So yeah, we may not come down that far really with all of this, but also too, I want to point out too that let's just imagine for a moment that this market moves down into this, anywhere down into this space here. Once that's the case, then if anything goes wrong, then that would be the long trade. That would be the long trade from this point here. I'll just put it over here, but let's just draw this out here. So let's just say that this happens here, comes down here and then moves up here, then this would be, this top of this B wave here would be the long trade at that particular point. So this is the same for the other markets as well. So if I bring across the French market here, we're looking for this is an A wave and an A and a B and a C wave here coming into play here. So I'll leave that for you to figure out in terms of trading that short here. This midpoint would be very important here as the resistance, 48.50, so you could move in from that point. And also the UK market is much the same as well. Let me find that. FTSE. Well, it's not the same, obviously, because it hasn't even rallied yet. And will it rally? I mean, the other markets have rallied into wave B, and this one here, hasn't really gotten off the mark here. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that does concern me a little bit here, I've got wave 5 here for this. It's possible that this can be an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave down to this point here as well. But I'm not going to go there just yet with this. So I'm just going to have to leave this. This is sitting on 6.8 as support here. But there should be we should get some sort of rally here because we know we've got a strong third wave in here. Then we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So we're sitting on, we're sitting on a point here where we should be viewing a move up from here, bounce off this market, off this particular low here. So I'll just have to leave that because I just feel like I don't know enough, and it will be a trap at that stage. I mean, if we had the rally like the other markets, then that's fine. The Italian market. So I had these in green before, so I've just lifted them 1 degree higher in line with the other markets, but it's still the same 5 waves that we've been looking at as well here. Once again, this can also be like, it was pointed out to me from Luca in Italy, I assume, that that can be a wave 4 there. He's going 1 degree higher as an intermediate wave 4, and this would end up being pretty much, we can put from wave 3 an A and a B and a nice wave C here for wave 4 here. You could put wave 5 here, as Luca has done here, and having that here, and having this as wave 3 here, and then an A and a B and a C wave for wave 4 here. I probably wouldn't play it out like that. I've just sort of done this based on all the other European markets. But you could also have this as an A wave to here, a B wave to here, and a C wave over here for wave 4 here. So, you know, we're aware of, you know, these markets having that particular structure and that wave 4 in place, but kind of lining this up with the US markets as well. So yeah, but look, everything's been tracking. You know, if we need to change, we will change. You know, we'll it's not a big problem. The situation here, of course, is that we have 5 waves up through here, and we're looking for an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. If you would like to short, then just shorting under here would be the logical thing to do at that point. And you know, if that is a wave 4, well, then we're going to come down strong from this point. So I'll just put this in green here to have a little short here. Just understand that we're trading against the trend, and you might want to trade less, and we can always build in later. This is the 50-60% retracement level here. I don't know if it will come down this far really, because you know, there should be some sort of equality between the length of wave A and wave C here. But wave A is quite short, so you know, the normal thing, if a market doesn't pull back down to its 50-60%, well, then we look at 40%, the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. So that's why I've got that a bit higher here. So it would be more likely to come into this space and move on from that point there. We've also got this trend line through here that will give it short-term support there as well. So I'll leave it with that. Alrighty. Thanks for tuning in, and enjoy the weekend. Cheers.